don't go and you don't offend nobody, but you'll go in love, even though they may have been the one that caused the offense. Or it may not even done nothing. This might be the way they walk or the way they dress or the way they talk. You ever somebody was talking one day when I was working, and I said, every time I hear a voice make me sick. You ever heard somebody's voice and they just make you sick? Just hear them talk. I didn't even know the person. So don't you know if people know you talk about you? Don't you know people talk about people they don't know? So we have to make sure that we don't allow our minds to go there. Amen. Choosing forgiveness over bitterness. Choosing God's truth over your feeling. So what God said about you. Your feeling is something you created yourself about yourself. Sometimes we can condemn our own self. We can condemn everything around me and everything around us, and it will cause people don't want to be around you because you're not entreating. So that's part of the mindset in renewing of the mind. Remember, freedom is not just an event, it is a daily practice. Freedom is something that we have to practice every day. Who want to be free? Well, it's just like putting your stockings and your shoes on and your socks and your tennis shoes to go out and walk every day. Discouragement. All it took was one threat one threat from a person that can cause us to fear and be discouraged. That's why we have to guard our ear gates. We sometimes we don't have control on what we hear because the conversation is so quick. But don't allow it to go here. Don't allow it to go here. Especially when it's negative, because your antennas should come up and say, I'm not going to entertain this. I heard it, but I'm not going to entertain it. And sometimes we entertain stuff too long to where it put us in a situation where we stop believing what God said about us. Amen. He told God, I am done. I can't do this. Don't sometimes we do that? I do it. That's why the renewing of our mind and breaking the strongholds off our mind is a daily practice. You know, I was saying yesterday, I said, you know what? If I could just go hide in the cave, I'm talking about me. If I could just go hide in the cave somewhere and just stay away from everybody, maybe I'll be happy. Have you ever said that? I did it. And then my mind had to say, no, you lying on yourself. Because you ain't going to be happy in no cave. Sometimes we be just playing with ourselves sometimes. We be downing ourselves. Who can down yourself more than anybody? Yourself. Everything that we do is going to come through ourselves. So we need to tell self to behave. And we need to tell. And I know one person in here knows she would pray for me. I was something else. But I thank God that she prayed for me. I'm serious because I ain't believe nothing she said. I'm serious. And that's why I be telling the young people, I said, I know where you at because I've been there. I was there for the first 35 years of my life. But until God said enough was enough. But you got to accept. When you hear his voice, you got to accept. And I heard his voice one night. I was head out. And I heard that voice. I heard that voice real good. And I said, you know what? Well, one thing I learned about the fear of God, it's not like the fear like we think it is. That fear of God mixed with love. It's love. The fear of God is love to me. Because that let me know he loved me just that much. To hear me when I was in my stupidness. And when I knew was right. Have you ever went out one time before you got saved and the person next to you be talking God to you? They be talking that real stuff. Turning up to and talking. I'm serious. And then here you are judging. And we don't need to even be there. 1 foot over here and 1 foot over there. Come on now. Isn't that a stronghold? Okay. The mind, that's a stronghold. When fear come and upload when God's promise. Sometimes